Hello and welcome to the Wedding Filmmaker Spotlight Series. I'm Victor Fox and I'm a wedding filmmaker out of Vancouver, BC. In this series, I try to look at the best wedding filmmakers in the industry to figure out what makes their films so good and see if we can find a way to take what they're doing and make our films that much better. So today we're going to be taking a look at Dear Vincent, and we're going to be taking a look at a film called Mariana and Scott. And we're going to be taking a look at the film from 30 seconds to 1:35. And we're going to be taking special attention, I'm going to be paying special attention to the editing and how it's a little bit different from what you might find in an American or a North American kind of wedding film. This is an Australian company, and again, they're called Dear Vincent. Let's go ahead and check this out.
It's funny how past events gain a new significance in the light of the present. What I was looking at was two people completely and utterly in their own universe. A universe that they had created and a universe that we are now all a part of. Bear in mind that Scott originally wasn't meant to be there. It was only through the power of FOMO that he had dropped everything that he was doing in Australia and had flown over to meet us in Mexico, determined to ensure that no fun was going to be had without him. Maybe the compulsion that he felt was something more, the universe subtly whispering in his ear that there was someone out there in a far distant land that he needed to find. As I said, past events gain a new significance in the light of the present, so feel free to indulge in whatever story you want.
Okay, so that's the scene, and basically I just love this style of editing. I call it Australian style, or like I think it has something similar to like a heist movie. Have you ever seen like a Guy Ritchie film like Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, or like Snatch, or even like Ocean's 11? Like whenever there's like a heist scene in a film, it's like this kind of editing, right? It's like there's a narrator and there's like very quick cutting, and there's usually like a side by side. And I think it's kind of neat that that they've taken, at least I think, like this kind of editing style, which is reserved for this one genre, and like brought it over to wedding films. And I think the music is also another part of that. It's like this funk music with the voiceover explaining everything. I think that's really, I think it's really neat, and I think it's something that it's kind of like unique to Australia, which is kind of strange. You would think it would be maybe more unique to England, right? Or even America. Like America does some heist films. I still think like England, it's more of like a British, it feels more British to me, this kind of style, but I really love it. And I think to pull off this style, you obviously need a great speech, right? You need a huge variety of clips also. Like you're gonna have to just like get so many clips. Like I love how they, they're also using some kind of like archival footage. You got some stuff here of our man here, he's surfing, and we're like mixing that in. So we get to like, again, like feel like we get to know him. And I like that. I like this technique as well of like, geez, like if you don't have, an interview with the couple, a good way, this is another way to basically get to know the couple before we hear their vows, before we get to know how much they love each other, we get to hear their story. And you can do that through an interview, or you can do it through a really great speech from a friend who really knows them really well and is going to tell this great story. And I really love how they're using footage from the wedding, from the lead up to the wedding, to kind of like tell that story. We have this clip of the bride here. She's like traveling somewhere in a car, and that's like matched with the story of our man. He's traveling to see her in Mexico, and I just think it's really clever editing that, in combination with the narration, really just brings it all together. It makes it very like fun to watch. I also just think just some other things like aesthetically, I really like the rounded corners of the aspect ratio. It gives it like a nice vintage, like super wide slide film kind of look, which is kind of interesting. I like it a lot. It's not something you see all the time, but I think it really like fits this like surfer couple aesthetic that they have going on, and like lots of green as well. I think it's really working. Really, really nice. So yeah, I really like this filmmaker, Dear Vincent, out of Australia. I highly, highly recommend you go check out his stuff. Could not recommend this kind of filmmaker more. Really interesting, something you don't see all the time, and it's unique, right? And like that's really like what it comes down to a lot of the time. It's like, what is making your films unique? I really find that like the best wedding filmmakers that I'm finding, I mean, and this is all subjective, you know, what I think is the best might not be what you think is the best, but when I find someone that I really like connect with and I'm like, wow, this film is just so good, it's usually very different to what the majority of people are doing. So I feel like you gotta really find something that's gonna make your films different if you want to, you know, be one of these like really great wedding filmmakers. You're not gonna be able to do it making like a cookie cutter kind of film where like, you know, you got the drone shot and you've got the vows come in and like, it's just like, you've seen that film like a million times and it's like, you don't want to make that film. You want to make a film that is different, that is unique, that when people see it, they go, wow, I haven't seen a film like this before. This is good, right? Because different, it's not like different is automatically good, but it's better than the same. So something to think about. I mean, that's just my thought on this, you know. If you're different, you're already better than the same, right? Just my opinion, I don't know. So that's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Go and check out Dear Vincent, really cool filmmaker, really cool brand. I think he does photo as well. There's definitely photo on his website and they're beautiful. He does really great work. So go and check him out. Tell him I sent you. I'm from Australia too, so I feel like there's like some kind of connection. I've never met him, but I feel like I would like to. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more videos, and leave your favorite wedding filmmaker down in the comments section below so I can find more people, because it's actually getting difficult to find people I want to review. So leave someone you think I should review down in the comments section below, and I'll go and check them out. All right, so thanks so much for watching. I'm Victor Fox. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.